Hi, I'm going to do some review on drawing graphs for Monopoly and for pure competition. So let's start with Monopoly first. So just remember, guys, that if it involves money like costs and revenue, stuff you receive or stuff you pay out for, that stuff is going to go on the y-axis. If it involves output, what you produce, what you sell, the physical quantity is going to go on the x. So for Monopoly, remember that since the firm has to lower its price, its demand curve is going to be downward sloping. But since the price is falling, what we have to realize is too that the marginal revenue curve is going to be downward sloping too. So therefore, as the price falls, right, the marginal revenue is going to be falling as well. Now, if we want to show profit maximization, what we also have to introduce is our friend, the marginal cost curve. All right? So what we can see here is that at this, where the two of them meet, we're going to call this maximization of profit. So let's call this Q star. All right? So we know that this is where the firm is going to produce. Now, we're missing the ATC curve in order to show if the firm is making a profit or not. But before we do that, right, we need to figure out what the firm is going to charge for the product. And which curve do we use from that? We use the demand curve. So what we do is we come all the way up. And we come across. And this is now the price. So essentially we use the demand curve, or what people are willing to pay, as the price the firm is going to receive. Now, we need to know if this firm is making a profit or not. So what we can do is we can actually go ahead and use our ATC curve. So in this case, we're going to draw our ATC curve like this. So what we're going to show is that this is where Q star hits the ATC curve. So we're going to have ATC star over here. So essentially from this graph, we know that the price is greater than the average total cost, which means that the total revenue exceeds the total cost. So this is a graph showing a firm that's going to maximize profits. All right. Now let's look like what it would be if a firm was losing money. So yet again, demand, marginal revenue, marginal cost, where the two of them meet, Q star. That's not going to tell us if the firm is actually making a profit, but it's going to guide their decisions as to the optimal output. All right. Then step 2, come all the way up and find out the price. So we have P star. Now, if this firm is losing money, the ATC curve is going to be floating above the demand curve. So now we know step 3, here is the ATC. So since the ATC exceeds the price, the total cost exceeds total revenue, so the firm is actually losing money. So if the ATC curve is floating above, then guess what? The firm is going to be losing money. Now if we come across to the very last one, we're going to show a firm that's breaking even. This is kind of tricky. So we have demand, marginal revenue, we have marginal cost, right? So where those two guys meet is going to give us the profit maximizing output. We come all the way up to, you guessed it, the demand curve, and that's going to give us the price. Now the ATC curve is going to be lying on top. It's going to be chilling. ATC right here. So now we know that the ATC is equal to price, therefore total cost is equal to total revenue. So the firm is breaking even. Okay, and good luck.